Dear children, welcome to the class. How are you all? Hope that you understand the concept of the previous class. Let's recall what we have learned in the previous class. We are learning Civics Unit 2, Election, Political Parties and Pressure Groups. The previous class we learned about election. What is election? Election is a formal decision-making process by which a people chooses an individual to hold public office by voting. Then we learned what are the electoral system in India, that is we borrowed that from United Kingdom, and in Article 324 to 329 part 15 of the Constitution makes the so many provisions to keep an independent election commission and how to conduct the election for the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Everything we have seen. The oldest system of election is Kudavole system in Tamil Nadu during Chola period. Then we learned about election process in India also. Nowadays we are using VVPAT machine and also Nota system is also introduced in India. Then what are the types of elections in India? There is direct and indirect elections. What are their merits and demerits? Everything we have learned in the previous class. Hope that you understood the concept well. Have you learned that question given for learning? Merits and demerits of direct election? Children must learn what are the assignment given on that day itself. Okay, in today's class we are going to the next topic of the Civics Unit 2, that is about the understanding the meaning of political parties and the functions of a state party and national party and the role of opposition party in our democratic. Let us go to the class. Children, let us see about the political parties. You may know what is a political party. Can you remember some of the political parties' name in India? BJP, ADMK, DMK, MDMK, Congress. So many political parties are there in India. This lesson we are going to see what is the meaning of a political party and what are the types of political parties, etc. What's the meaning of a political party? Political party are essential part of a democratic country, because they act as a link between the government and the people. So political parties are an essential part of democracy and they link between the government and the people. And a political party, it is an organization formed by a group of people. Not only a single person started a political party. The political party is started by a group of people with certain ideology and agenda. Ideology means with certain motto, certain aims. Without any aims, we cannot start a political party. So all the political parties are formed by a group with certain ideology and agenda. And their main motto is to contest in the election and rule the government and hold power in the government. And they consist of, the political party consists of a leader and active members and followers. So political parties are the essential part of our democracy. They act as a link between the government and the people. And what's the meaning of that? It's an organization formed by a group of people with certain ideology and agenda to contest in elections and to hold power in the government. And a political party consists of three main components. What are they? A leader, active member and the followers. Types of a party system. Party system means not a night party or dinner party. It is a political party system all over the world. Each and every country in the world follows different type of party system. It may be a single party system, two party system or multiple party system. Single party system means it has only one ruling party and there is no opposition parties permitted there. Countries like China, Cuba and the USSR, which is known as USSR, Russia, yes, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. They are following the single party system. Under single party system, there is only one ruling party without any opposition and they are ruling the country. And another party system, political party system is two party system in which that countries have two major parties exist there. As per example, USA, UK, there is America and UK means England. They are having the two-party system. That is, they have two major political parties there in the country, not more than that. And the third kind is the multiple party system or multi-party system. Best example is in India. Already I told you that what are the political parties in India. We can list it up for a long list. So there is the countries which are having more than two political parties are having the multi-party system. Example, India, Sri Lanka, France and Italy. So under types of a party system, there are three types of party system. What are they? Single party system, two party system and multi-party system. Types of political parties in India. So how the political parties in India are classified means based on their area of influence. Whether the political parties national wide have the influence or only in state it has the influence. Based on that, the political parties are classified as national party and state party and further as the ruling party and opposition party. So how the political parties are divided in India based on the area of their influence. How they are classified? They are classified as national party and state party. So let us see what's the national party. If a political party want to get a recognition as a national party, at least it must be a state party in 4 states. It should be first accepted as a state party in at least 4 states of India. Then only it can be recognized as a national party and it has to be registered itself with the Election Commission. So a party which is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states as recognized as a national party, and every national party in a country has to register with the Election Commission, while the commission treats all the parties equally. The commission doesn't show any partiality among the parties. The election commission is an independent body, already know that, and a special unique symbol is given to each and every party, and the commission offers some special facilities also to the state and the national parties. And in 2017 census in India, we are having 7 recognized national parties. So how a party can be accepted as a national party? A party which is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. Then only it can be accepted as a national party, and it has to be registered with the Election Commission, and Election Commission treated all the parties equally, and a unique symbol is given to each and every party. In 2017, how many national parties are there in India? 2017 national parties. Example, Congress, BJP, these are considered to be the national parties, very big national parties, political parties in India. Next, what is a state party? State party is also known as the regional party, because only in a particular region or in particular state only the party is recognized as a political party. So other than the 7 national parties, most of the major parties of the country are classified by the Election Commission as state parties, and they are also referred by the name regional parties. How a party can be recognized as a state party means based on the vote, percentage of vote they secured, or based on the number of seats they won in the assembly election or local Lok Sabha election. So to recognize a party as a state party, the party must get certain percentage of vote or certain number of seats should be won by the party in the Lok Sabha election. People, hope that you understand what is a national party and what is a state party. How can a party be recognized as a national party in India? So for a party, if it want to get recognition from the Election Commission as a national party, it has to fulfill any one of the following criteria. Criteria means condition. The first condition is it must get at least 6% of votes in 4 states and also the members of Lok Sabha also. So if a party want to be recognized as a national party by the election commission, it has to satisfy any one of the following criteria. That is the condition. The first condition is at least 6% of the vote should be get by the party in the Lok Sabha election in at least 4 states. Or in the election of Lok Sabha, at least 2% of its members must get at least in the 3 states. 2% of the members must own the seats in 3 states for the election of Lok Sabha. Or the third condition is the party should be recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. So a party, if it wanted to be get recognized as a national party, it has to satisfy or fulfill any one of the following criteria. Then only the election commission can recognize as a political party. Let us see what are the functions of a political party in our country. What's the main motto of the political party? It has to be contest in the election to get the ruling party, to become the ruling party. So the first function of a political party is to contest elections. In most of the democratic elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by the political parties. Maximum of the candidates, those who are contesting in the elections, are put up by the political parties only. That is their main function. Second function is it put forward their policies and programs before the electorate. Electorate means in front of the election commission. Each and every political party, to get recognition, they must put forward their policies. What are the policies they are going to be follow, and what are the programs they are going to be do in the current year or in the upcoming years. That should be put forward by the political parties in front of the electorate. So the second function is to the parties put forward their policies and programs before the electorate to consider and choose. And the third function is play a decisive role in making laws for the country. Decisive means important role. Their role is very important. That is, without the political parties, the government cannot make any laws for the country. So the political parties play a decisive role in making laws for the country. Formally, laws are debated and passed in the legislature. That is, each and every law, after it was framed by the ruling party, they cannot directly or easily make it as brought it into action. All the laws should be debated. Debated means what are the plus and minus of the laws. That should be discussed in the parliament or in the Lok Sabha, that is in the legislative assembly, or that should be debated and passed by the legislature. After debating, only the laws are passed as the legislature. So the main important function of the political party is to play a very important role in making laws of the country. Each and every laws are debated and passed in the legislature. And another important function is to form and run a government. So the important function of a political party is to form and run a government. And also it saves the public opinion. That is, the political party must play a lot of roles to make the great public opinion. If they get the good public opinion, then only they can get the government. They can get more votes in the election and they can become the ruling party. So it is the important function of political party to save public opinion. And also, suppose any important issue in the country, issue means any important problem, current problem, that should be raised and highlighted by the political parties among the people. That is, like nowadays, presently, the COVID-19 is an important problem. So about each and every data related to the COVID-19 are raised and highlighted by the government. That is, so all the important issues in the country are raised and highlights by the political parties. And at last one is it acts as a link between the people and the government. So what are the important functions of a political party? Let us recall that it contests in election. That is, all the political parties contest election. That is, in all the democratic countries, most of the candidates are put by the political parties to contest in election. And the second one is the political party put forward their policies and programs before the electorate to consider and choose. And the third one, the parties play an important role in making laws for the country. First of all, the laws should be debated and passed as the legislature. And the political parties, they must form and run the government, and they have to shape the opinions of the public. And also they have to raise and highlight issues of importance. And also they act as a link between the people and the government. And one more thing is that the political party, they have to act as the opposition party also. Suppose in each and every democratic country, after election, the political party which got the majority vote become the ruling party, and the party which gets the minority vote become the opposite party. So it is one of the important function of the political parties to run as a opposite function, opposite political party also. As an opposite party, it has to criticize the activities of the ruling government. So these are the important functions of a political party. Children, we have seen what are the functions of the political parties. Let us see what is the role of an opposition party. Before seeing that, which is known as the opposition party. In an election, the party which gets majority vote is known as the ruling party. At present in Tamil Nadu, which is the ruling party? ADMK is the ruling party. And the party which gets the remaining votes or the minority votes are known as the opposition party. Which is the opposition party in Tamil Nadu now? DMK is the opposition party. Who is the leader of the DMK? Mr. Stalin. Now, what is the role of the opposition party in our democratic country? Role of the opposition party is very important in our democratic. That is, the opposition party leader plays a prominent role in the democratic form of the government, because he has the right to ask questions to the present ruling government, and he enjoys the rank of a cabinet minister. Here, in a opposition party of our Indian government or the state government or central government, he enjoys the ranks of a cabinet minister, and also he opposes the wrong policies of the ruling party. Even though we people are giving the vote and selecting the ruling party, we cannot have the right to ask the wrong policies, oppose the wrong policies of the government. But on behalf of us, who is talking to the ruling party in the Lok Sabha means, or also in the legislative assembly means, the opposition party leader who is enjoying the cabinet minister's right, he has the right to oppose the wrong policies of the ruling party. And many very important position of the opposition party leader is the chairman. He acts as chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Public Accounts Committee, that is the ruling party, is accountable to the public. So on behalf of the public, who has the right to question the government departments? Only the opposition party leader. Because the opposition party leader, he acts as the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. That's why he can question the government department, and also he can examine the public money usage, or all the public money are used only for public welfare or not by the ruling party. That can be examined by the opposition party leader, and the opposition party leader plays an important role in selecting the chairman and members of Central Vigilance Commission. Do you know what is a vigilance department? There is an income tax department which looks after the corruption and bribery and some other illegal activities, everything. For that Central Vigilance Commission, for selecting the chairman and members, the opposition party leader is also plays an important role. And also selecting the chairman and members of the Information Commission. For that also, the ruling party must get opinion from the opposition party leader. And he makes genuine demands and concerns for the people to the ruling party. So the opposition party is a party which gets the minority votes or remaining votes are known as the opposition party. And the opposition party leader plays a prominent role in the democratic form of government, because he enjoys the ranks of the cabinet minister and he has the right to oppose the wrong policies of the ruling party. He acts as a chairman of the Public Account Committee, and he has questions the government departments. If they are making any mistake, the government department and the government department officers are making any mistakes, who has a right to question them? The opposition party leader. And also he can examine the public money usage. He plays an important role in selecting the chairman and members of the Central Vigilance Commission and also the Information Commission. And he makes genuine demands and concerns for the people. So the role of opposition party is also very important to maintain a democracy in a country. Children, let us recap what we have learned in this class. In this class, we have learned what's the meaning of a political party. Political parties are an essential part of democracy because they act as a link between the government and the people. And we learn what's the meaning of a political party. It's an organization formed by a group of people with certain ideology and agenda. They have to contest election and hold power in the government. And it have three components: leader, active members, and followers. And next we learned about types of party system, that is single party system, two party system, and multi-party system. India comes under the multi-party system. USA comes under two-party system, and Cuba, China comes under single-party system. Next we learn about what are the types of political parties in India, that is based on the area of their influence. Political parties are national parties or state parties. And further they are divided into ruling party and opposition party. And what's the national party, how a party can be recognized as a national party, what are the conditions for that, everything we have seen. And also what's a state party and what are the conditions to become recognized by a election commission as a state party. We have seen that. Next in depth we learned about what are the functions of a political party. Important functions are they have to contest in the elections. All the contest candidates of the elections are put by the political parties, and they have to put forward their policies and programs in front of the electorates, and they play a decisive role in making laws of a country, and they forms and runs the government. They have to act as the opposite party, and also they have to frame the public opinion and raise and highlights the issues of importance, and also act as a link between the government and the people. And what's the importance of a role of an opposite party in a democratic country also we have seen. The opposite party leader plays an important role in the democratic form of government. He enjoys the ranks of the cabinet minister, and he has a right to ask about the wrong policies of the ruling party, and he acts as a chairman of the public accounts committee, questioning and functioning the government departments, examines the public money usage, and also he plays an important role in selecting chairman and members of the Central Vigilance Commission, chairperson and members of the Information Commission, and he put forward the genuine demands and concern of the people. Everything we have seen in this class. Hope that you have understood the class. Go through the class carefully, take down the notes, necessary notes. Following this, a small assignment is there. Learn the question answers thoroughly. Thank you, children.